Live.
Hey, we're live. Hey guys, it's 12:15 lunchtime live stream coming to you live from Pasadena and Detroit, Michigan with Anton Botosan with us. Guys, we're excited to be with you today. And before I introduce you to the glory of Anton, I just want to remind you that we have all of this week, so half a week, and then race week. So 2.5 weeks to race day. It is June 1st. So we have 17 days and counting. If you don't have your team dinner ticket yet, get it. We are 0.3 miles from the expo, so you can go to the expo on Friday night. Just park your car, get to the expo, and then walk down the street to team dinner. We have a great meal planned. Michael Chitwood, our national director and founder of Team World Vision, is our keynote speaker that evening. Your souls will be ignited with this mission and what God is doing through us, and your tummies are going to be full and you're going to be happy and ready to roll. So there's no place you want to be other than team dinner the night before the race. And then other than that, this is our man right here, Anton Botosan from the D. Anton, thank you so much. Represent. Thanks so much for being with us today. Just really quickly to power us up in these last basically 2 weeks to go. Anton, dude, you've been running with Team World Vision since 2012. And you have been running all over the place.
Trying to.
So, yeah, right on. So if I got this right, you've run in Detroit, you've run in Chicago, you've run Hood to Coast, you've run Steelhead, which is a half marathon, 70.3 miles, biking, swimming, running, and Victoria Falls, half Ironman.
Yeah.
Yes. And Victoria Falls in Zambia.
That's right. Yeah. It was a blast there.
That was Zambia
2014. Yeah.
2014.
Yeah. It's not, in Africa, they have like different, different distances, and some are not as marked as well as they should be. So we encourage the half marathon just in case. So
yeah. That's a good call. Yeah. So Anton, let's shoot straight for it.
Okay.
What's the fuel that keeps on getting you to get these miles done for these kids? I mean, since 2012.
I think there's multiple kinds of fuel. I know everybody out there has different types. But for me, being, this is my first year on staff with Team World Vision. I've been leading volunteering since 2012. So the fuel for me is just seeing constant life change. I got a chance to see the life change happen from what we do by visiting Africa. But these past 4.5 years, I've seen life change here on the team. So as you go to group runs, as you develop friendships and relationships, and also develop relationships with your donors, you see life change happen. You see donors come to a stronger faith. You see them coming to a interest in what you're doing, kind of excitement almost. You see the people around you. Some people might be a little lukewarm or just kind of just on the fringes, but if you bring them along, you see life change. And to me, life change has always been what fuels me, no matter what I'm doing. So I see that, and knowing that my own life is changing too. Having done this for a while too, it's not about, the distances or which race, what's the name of it, where it's at. It becomes your perseverance through the tough times, through suffering, that really builds your character and your endurance, and seeing what happens in other people's lives too, because sometimes it's not about us. And I've always learned that being part of Team World Vision, when you're out there, it's never about you, and you see the opportunity God gives you to touch people's lives in different ways and really impact them. Maybe it's somebody running with you never met before with an orange jersey on. Maybe it's somebody without an orange jersey. It all depends. It depends on the day. So I just encourage you always be looking for those opportunities, whether it's to share your story or be an encourager, because you represent an organization doing greater things of life change.
It is incredible, the transformation that you see here stateside, as well as, we've been fortunate enough to be in Africa and see, meet sponsored kids and see the family and see what water really means to folks. But I thought it was really interesting when you said, even the life change that happens in our donors, that we're inviting them into something. And a lot of times, I know I've even felt nervous because I'm asking them for money, but you're talking about, you're seeing actually a transformation in your donors.
Right.
So do you have, what is your fundraising special sauce? And when you say that you're seeing lives change in donors, what does that look like? What does that mean?
You see life change happen when people start to ask questions or dig deeper. A lot of you may, out there might have realized that the people you thought that would give maybe haven't yet or won't, but the people you never thought would give. And we kind of see it over and over again, because you're put in a position to do something, like I said, greater. and you have an opportunity to share your story in a different way to different people. And sometimes it clicks with certain people, and you want to be ready for that. And I think that life change with donors happens when they're not donors. They're part of the cause with you. You're inviting them to something bigger. And I put something up there on the Facebook page for you guys too, but it's really this relationship you have with them when you see them starting to kind of question more and more. Sometimes those donors become 2, 3, 4, even 5-time givers with Team Real Vision and support you the whole season. So it's really those asks in any capacity, whether they're CEOs of corporations and have a ton of resources, or they're the person you meet in line. I meet people in grocery store lines, and it's a long line. I start talking, and within 10 minutes, I had one last year. I'll just share a quick story. You never know if you're wearing your bracelet, right? Everybody's wearing it. Just talking what you're doing and why you're doing it. And I was just shopping later on, and the wife comes up and says, "Hey, we want to know, do you mind if we give you a check?" I'm like, I never even asked them for anything. But it was cool to see that your story changes people's hearts. A lot of people don't know about the issue we're running for. They don't know about the causes and the children that need so much more in their lives and fullness of life. So I think just always being ready with your story and being genuine in your ask. And asking does wonders, because remember, the worst thing they can say is no. So you're giving them an opportunity to do something greater. You're depriving them of the opportunity if you don't ask them. So seeing them ask those questions later, or even give again, by just being that communicator with them, having a relationship, making sure they know the updates. Don't just get a donation, say thank you, and be done. Keep them involved and let them know. And you never know, they'll probably become a runner maybe at one point, or a walker in the coming years, or they'll give again, or they'll get their friends to pop in. You can always ask for the extra zero when they write their checks, but you never know. You absolutely never know. But the biggest thing is, like I said, I put the link up there, which is awesome to look at, because this giving relationship, you want it to be long-term. You'd love people to be involved in the cause, and by asking them personally and intentionally, you do so much more than just popping it on Facebook, which goes away in 3 seconds. Not even. You just scroll through your phone like this. Okay, cool. All right, that's it. People see it once, and if you go back, it's gone. Email is definitely, awesome if you personally email someone. Hey, Uncle John, I'm doing this. Would you partner with me to do something? And follow up with it. You're not bothering them. Maybe they just forgot or something. You never know how many people at the end say, "Oh, I totally forgot I wanted to give to you." That happens hundreds, if not thousands of times in our team. So, but the best thing to do is if you get an opportunity to just ask somebody face to face, and I'm looking right, into their eyes and saying, "This is why I'm running. This is why I would love to partner with you. Would you consider, sponsoring a mile for, and being a part of this journey and helping these kids get water?" So that's really the biggest thing is a personal ask, because if you're genuine and really what you want to do, and you're in for the cause, you're believable, you're authentic, and you're real, and they're going to come alongside you, and you're going to see wondrous things happen in their lives too.
That's such good stuff. And in the reality of it, I like you said, send out the personal email and follow up on it. And I know 2 years ago when I ran LA Marathon, I was terrified to do the follow up that you were talking about, because I thought I was bothering people. And the last 2 days leading up into the race, and then actually after the race, people donated like crazy, because they were like, "Oh my gosh, I forgot. I can't believe that you didn't remind me earlier." And they were like mad at me about that.
Always happens. You mentioned the dinner. I can't tell you, for us Detroit, I'm sure it's the same way. The team dinner is mission critical. Every teammate has to be a team dinner. There's no doubt. But the cool thing is, it's also an opportunity to bring a pastor, invite them along, buy them dinner. Maybe it's one of your big donors, a couple big donors that really gave you that $500, even $1,000, or give you $100, and you want to just treat them, but also they have an opportunity to maybe partner more. Invite them to the dinner. Let them be inspired alongside you, because you're going to be inspired at that dinner. They're going to be inspired big time because they haven't been part of this whole thing like you have. Bring them to the dinner. I can't tell you how many people have joined a team or said, "Hey, I think my church wants to do this next year," or "My company wants to do this. I'm launching at a company next Wednesday," because somebody's at the team dinner and they heard about this. That is, to me, that's the essence of how it can change in the long term, not just one time for this one race. You're going to create a whole ripple effect going. So team dinner, you got to be there.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, is there anything as we close this up, any parting words or encouragement? You've raised over $35,000 since 2012, fighting for these kids and leading just so well and so intentionally. I have to say, for me, just getting to be on staff with you, Anton, your heart is just so compelling, you know? And I mean, really for me, it's like, okay, I'll go anywhere you tell me to go because you said so, because I know that you're authentic. So, I mean, are there any last Anton nuggets of love that you want to give these guys in Seattle?
In Seattle, I love Seattle. I was there a few months ago, and it was awesome. So I love you guys. I wish I could be at the race, but I think it's being real, being authentic, but knowing that God puts you in a place not just to do, but to do things greater. He talks about in John 14, he left with greater things for you to do. So be be encouraged that you have a lot to give in this world, and the small things you may think are huge now are minuscule compared to what you could be doing and what God wants to do through you. So be encouraged that way. And I think, it's knowing that God also called us to be leaders. Whether whether you work somewhere, you're in your home, in your school, you're a leader because God anointed you with something great to do. And he gave you this cause and this purpose. So be encouraged in that and know that you have a huge say in the future of these children who are fighting for. So be encouraged in that. Have fun doing it. Invite people along for the journey. Don't just do it on your own. Be a part of the group. Be a part of the team. Do whatever you can to just to make that connection. You'll see God working through you so big this year. And the next couple of weeks can be crazy, but this is when people get pushed the most. This is your chance for your life to change, others around you, and more life changing in Africa. So I'm super psyched to watch you guys kick it next couple of weeks here, and it's gonna be cool. So I'm excited. One day I'll run it too. So I'll see you out there one day.
All right.
Yeah.
That's right. Maybe Seattle 2017. We'll see you there.
It could be. I love Seattle. You guys are awesome.
Awesome. All right. Thanks so much, Anton. Team, we love you with all of our hearts, and really take these words to your heart and just hold on to them, because so many lives can change in these next couple of weeks, and God is going to do incredibly more, immeasurably more than all we could ask or imagine. So have a great Wednesday. Get in your strength day today. And, race day's coming. We're going to see you real soon. Take care, guys.
Go get him.